Hi Pitch Perfect people, I'm Meera Belle and today we're going to be talking about vowels. Why are vowels so important? Because it is in the vowel that we actually sustain our singing tone. Most of the consonants we can't do that because they are hard consonants. If they aren't hard consonants, then they are aspirated consonants. And if they're not aspirated consonants, then they are sung consonants. Now, to make a better explanation of that, a hard consonant is a hard sound, like a b or a d, k, t, g, those sorts of sounds. An aspirated consonant uses a lot of breath. H, f, s, sh. You can't sustain pitch on those sounds. But a sung consonant you can. L, n, r. But we don't want to hang around on those consonants. We can sing them, but they don't make a very full sound. So you can see why the vowel becomes amazingly important. Remember that singing is a heartbeat away from speech, and the difference is in the sustenance of that sound, the sustaining of that sound. So vowels become really important. They are the lifeblood of a singer's tone, and that's what carries their sound. So our basic vowels are A, E, I, O, U. Now those are not sounds that we would sing that way. We sing on what we call the pure sound of the vowel, or the middle section of the vowel, the fattest part of the vowel. So A, E, I, O, U. Now I teach 6 vowels, and the reason for that is that we do have an extra sound in English. So I teach U, O, A, E, and E. So you'll notice that what I've added is a variation on the R vowel. An illustration of this would be the word father as opposed to the word apple. Why am I teaching them in that order? U, O, A, E, I. Well, actually, very simply, that order of vowel mimics the progression of the tongue in the vocal tract. On an U vowel, the tongue is in a neutral position. It's up and it's forward. We don't bring our tongue back. The tongue is a really, really large part of your vocal tract. It's the biggest thing there. And if you pull the tongue back into your vocal tract, it's going to have to slide down over and onto your laryngeal area, and that's going to be a very convoluted sound, and it chokes up your air pipe. The natural position for the tongue is up and forward. In an U, you're going to feel it just slightly risen in the mouth and slightly forward, and that's what we'd call a neutral position. Once you move from U through to O, through to A, then to A, then to E, and then to E, you'll find that the tongue progressively moves up, spread, up and forward, and to its most forward position. Okay, so for those purposes, U and O are regarded as back vowels. A and A are regarded as middle vowels, and E and I are regarded as forward vowels. And that's a reference to where the tongue is progressing in the mouth. And the most important thing to realize about the tongue is that it is your premier shaping tool. Your tongue is involved in the shape of every sound that you make. And as singers, we want our tongues to kind of snap to grid, if you like. We want them to be able to get into their position, get into its position as quickly as it can, so that it's not delaying anything that we do as singers. So learning to pronounce your vowels properly is hugely important, and learning about the progression of vowels and how that works with natural responses in your vocal area and your laryngeal area is really, really important to the quality of sound that you produce. I hope this is making sense, and again, you can look on YouTube for other resources that can show you what that actually looks like. If you can, look for videos of x-rays or MRIs where you can see how the tongue moves in the mouth. But there are other diagrams that are available as well, which would be helpful. as an exercise, I'm just going to get you to do this so that you can observe the progression of the tongue for yourself. Oo, ah, ah, and e. In further videos, we're going to go through the vowels one by one and learn how to place them properly. But for now, what I would say to you is that your vowel is not formed entirely in the mouth. Okay, that's really important. Your tongue is involved in the shaping of it and the delivery of it in its correct shape. But what I like to teach is to have your vowels formed where the breath enters the body, and that is just above your vocal cords. And if you're wondering where your vocal cords are, you can take a finger on your chin and come down until you feel a knobbly bit there. About there on me, can really feel that. And your vocal cord, that's your cartilage there, your vocal cord is going to be just behind that. Your vocal cords are going to be just behind there. So I tend to think of my vowels as being formed just above the vocal cords, which is where all of that air pressure, those vibrating air molecules are lifting off. So I can catch those air molecules in the right shape, and then the rest is a matter of delivery. So I hope that makes sense. If you've got some questions about it, then fire them at me. Send them to Meera at meerabelle.com, MEERABELLE.com, and I will do my best to answer your questions. In the next lesson, we are going to be starting to look at how we sound out those vowels, and I'll add up some exercises for you as well. See you for now.